All right, here we go. Okay, there is a significant delay in my capture card audio. What is up with that? You know what? No, we're gonna get this fixed before I even start. We're gonna deactivate it and then reactivate it. So over on the YouTube end, I did something a bit different. On there, it is now a two platforms, or not two platform. It will now be streamed as, but okay, do you want to play in progressive scan mode? Yes. You always want to say yes to that because what that does is it optimizes your stream, not your stream. It optimizes your video for a more modern display, like what we're using. Okay, Discord fam, join up. Now, obviously, we gotta put link in there. Let's go check and make sure everything is going well. I should really number my episodes in the thumbnail. So, I've just now realized it, but this is actually a recap of Ocarina of Time. There's actually quite a few references to that game in this one, which is why we really need to pay attention to the plot. Actually, same could be said for quite a few Zelda games. Oh, I need to put my. I need to disconnect my phone from my laptop. I had it connected because a photo took on there for the thumbnail, which did not turn out too good. So I'll have to retake that later. But wait, then how am I supposed to check on my viewers? But little did they know, the hero of time had gone back. Wait, is this the child or adult timeline? Oh, ad break coming up. I would press the home button, but we're in GameCube mode, so if I'm in the middle of a cutscene, that means I'm unable to pause the game for you guys. So just know that next time an ad comes on, I can only pause the game whenever I am able to play it. And in these Zelda games, it is important to understand what is going on. Because, fun fact, in Twilight Princess, you could skip the cutscene where Link turns into a wolf, and then you'll have no idea what the hell happened. So you're like, why the hell is Link a wolf? Also, I say this a lot, but this stream is sponsored by Dubby. And they had just come out with a new flavor, Retro Sherbet, which tastes like the push pops we all remembered having as a kid. Hey, chat, you guys remember having those? Hold up, I need to see if there's anyone in chat in the first place. Big brother. Alright, let's check TTV chat. Bro, I was such a goated streamer that I'm being recommended to myself. Alright, let's lock in, chat. And I have some of the new dubby made up for myself here. Tastes just like the good old days. Did you remember what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday. It's Link's birthday? That's why Grandma has been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Yeah, I'll have to go take a look. Okay, so it's still doing the audio delay thing, but it's not as bad. I don't know why it's doing that. This is a top of the line capture card, so I have no idea. So before you guys start blaming my card, I can assure you that is not the issue. I think I need to like update a video or an audio driver, but Windows hasn't told me to do that yet. But if anyone could tell me what's wrong, that would be greatly appreciated. Because I want to have the perfect stream. Like, I know it's not going to be the best due to like my internet issues. Because sometimes it will lag. You know, I have fixed it to where I'm not dropping a ton of frames, but okay, let's pay attention. This is important for the plot. I've been waiting for you, Link. Like, try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. Oh, look, he doesn't want to wear it. You got the hero's clothes that look like they might be a little warm for this weather. I mean, we need that kind of stuff over here. Have you seen how cold it is? The snow just now started to melt, and I believe it snowed like a few weeks ago. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is the day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for 1 day, so don't look so down, child. Be proud, child. Whatever. I cannot read today. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Does all this make sense to you? Yeah? Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday, so I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma is going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now go get your sister Errol. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I meant to backflip. Please, for the life of me, do not clip that. Okay, there we go. That is much better. Okay, so this mic doesn't really pick up the button presses. Or maybe it does, but I'm just not noticing it. But what is super sensitive is the one on my phone, but I guess it's kind of supposed to be sensitive because, you know, you're using it to talk to other people. And, my god, why did they invert the camera? Who at Nintendo thought this would be a good idea? Wait, two people? What? Oh, hi, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? Wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat, though. So anyway, Link, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? Alright, I'm gonna give you my most treasured belonging just for 1 day. Alright. Happy birthday. And we got the telescope. This is not that useful of an item. Or at least I don't think it is. I only think we use it one time. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Hee hee hee. Well, why don't you try it out right now? Try looking over at our house from here. Alright, let's give it a try. I hate inverted controls. If I really wanted to, I'd be playing the Wii U version. But, you know, I've I've always wanted the GameCube version, so that's why I'm playing it. Ah, Link, the sky, look up in the sky. What is it? What the hell is that? Okay, so a gang of pirates have come in. Oh, they kidnapped Tetra. That's what happened. Okay, I've played a little bit of this game, I'm not gonna lie. So, like, I have, but I don't remember much of it. Like, I've played far enough to, like, know the characters and basically the premise of the game, but, like, I haven't fully beaten it. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over and through here. Let's talk to that old man. That's correct, you're a smart one. Of course, even if there's a day to figure out a target, press L to face forward, you know it's quite handy indeed. There's a myriad of other ways to use L targeting as well. Quite an indigenous little thing if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag. Not remotely. I can teach you a few more things if you'll just climb up that ladder and drop by my room. That was some racket outside, wasn't it? On another topic entirely, maybe just my age, but lately I've had quite a hard time seeing things from a distance. Yeah, let's take a look and see what's up here. So soon? My. If you're already old enough to be wearing those clothes, then it's going to be very important for you to gather as much wisdom as you can from now on. If you're if you're to make your way in the world, is that a link? Now I've been studying a wealth of topics since long before you were born. I'm what you'd call a brain of all trades. You're a smart little fellow yourself, aren't you? I've been thinking it's time for me to pass some of my wisdom down, and maybe you're the one I should pass it down to. Everything that you see tacked to the walls here is something I've researched thoroughly. And before you ask, yes, I do know my filing system is odd. Organizational issues aside, however, it's all extremely useful information. You would do well to read it all very carefully. Reading leads to knowing, you know. Such a racket. Can't you keep quiet? You've knocked everything off my shelves, you dreaded hooligan. Honestly, that hooligan I'm referring to is my younger, much less intelligent brother who lives just downstairs. He hates studying all day, every day. The lot just exercises and practices with his weapons. Does he exercise his brain? No. The brain's a muscle too, I think. Anyway, the only thing he does study is the art of fighting. Right now, for instance, he's been studying fencing and whatnot. As if that's of any use to anyone. I mean, you never know. He simply doesn't know how to do anything besides exercise. I ask you, what's a brother to do? Alright, let's see all this stuff here. Honestly, oh wait, no, that's where it is. Okay, so this is a basic explanation of everything in the game. Honestly, these are for pretty much someone who's never even touched a video game in their lives. Or like someone who's never even played Zelda. I can assure you, that's all basic level information. So we're going to talk to this guy, and he's going to give us our sword. Oh, what's the matter, Link? You have an urgent look about you. Has something happened? Whatever it is, from the look on your face, I suspect it is no laughing matter. What say you, Link? Uh, Have you come for some serious instruction in the way of the sword? Yes, sir. Alright, let's take a sip. This stream is sponsored by Dubby. Be better. Very good. Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. Do not fear my safety. I am ready for you. Very good. I always keep getting off track. Next to the vertical slice. Hold L to target me, then press B. Keep swinging. Very good. Next is the thrust. L target, then tilt your stick up and press B. Come at me. Thrust with your sword. Very good. Keep thrusting. Pause! What do you mean by that? Next is the spin attack. Hold B briefly to build up your strength and release it. Or rotate your joystick once and press B. Well, I need space to do it. Hold B briefly and release it to do a spin attack. Chat, I apologize for the audio delay. Very good. More. Keep it up. Next is harder. This is a parry attack. L target until you see the A button change. Then quickly press A to perform a defensive strike. Okay, so the easy way to do this is to hold on to your controller and you'll feel it vibrate. That's your cue. Very good. And again, press L target and watch closely for A. Or just wait for your controller. Very good. Now finally, the jump attack. Draw your sword, L target, and press A. Come at me once more. That was a fine display. And yet, I sense a certain anxiousness in the sword you hold, an eagerness that goes far beyond the mere desire to be wielded in the fields of battle. I do not know what has happened, but I have faith in you. Somehow, I doubt you will misuse that sword. You may have it, Link. I give it freely. Take the blade with you. You accepted the hero sword. Wield it with B. Use it wisely and carefully. You don't want to let down the kind old man who entrusted it to you. Since the olden days, this sword has been used to fend off evil. Its blade is infused with the desire to become strong and righteous. Be strong, Link. I will. Right, so now we got our sword, so we are going to go over to the top of that area there. Oh, that's right, I always forget that you guys can't see where I'm pointing at. I really need to get that delay fixed before it becomes an issue. So now we're going to go up here. Then cross this bridge. There she is. There's the girl from earlier. So, for those who just went in the stream, what happened was that pirate there hanging from the tree, she was taken in by that bird, and one of their cannonballs was able to knock it down. So I really love how this game improves upon Ocarina of Time combat system, because it has the targeting feature introduced in said game, as well also including a better camera controlled by a joystick instead of two or controlled by a joystick instead of your character itself. So let's go there. All right. So there she is. Oh, ouch. Wow, what's with the getup? Well, whatever. So where am I? Oh, that's right. That giant bird came in. Miss Tetra, over here. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. When I saw you get dropped on the summit, I thought for sure you'd... Summit? So that bird dropped me on top of a mountain? Well, wasn't that nice of it? Well, don't just stand there, let's go. Time to repay our debt to that bird in full. But miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him, come on. How are you gonna say that? He just saved you. Whatever, let's get out of here. Oi, big brother. Arrow, wait! Moments before disaster.
Your brother is glorious. Better looking than you. It was rumored that older, your younger brother was handsome.
Bro, my mic is picking that up, you little turd.
Yeah.
As for my brother, always says the most out-of-pocket stuff whenever I have at least 5 other people watching. Ah, stupid kid. Get a hold of yourself. She's gone. There's nothing you can do. That's what they all say. They never thought to actually try. What? You want to come with us on our ship? Do you understand what you're asking? We're pirates, you know. Pirates, the terror of the seas. What do we get out of bringing some helpless little kid with us? I'll tell you what we get, a headache. I know how you must feel, with your sister having been kidnapped and all. But that doesn't really have anything to do with us now, does it? Actually... And how do you figure that? Whoa there. Just who are you? Where do you get off butting in on someone else's conversation? Oh god, they're arguing again. Please, chat. I promise it's not always like that. Please, all I need to say is that if you big bad pirates haven't come to this quiet little island, that poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time traveling among the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Haven't any of you heard word that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter whether you've heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. And unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was kidnapped from this island also has long ears. Does she not? Much like you, Miss Fearsome Pirate. My point is that bird mistook that poor girl for you, and that's why it grabbed her. Hmm. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Link here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? You know, he does have a point. Is that true? Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you the bird that kidnapped both you and Link's sister has made its foul nest to the north, on the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. The Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... So what are you going to do? Under the circumstances, I I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give Link a little hope now, would it? I don't need you to tell me that. Even if I were to consider it lately, I've heard nothing but evil rumors about this Forsaken Fortress. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but a cheap old sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on. Even a little island like this has to have something you could use as a shield, you know? Something to protect yourself with? Anything? Tell you what, if you come back with something like that, we'll let you stow away on our ship. Oh, and one more thing. Once we leave, you won't be coming back here for a while. So you better say goodbye to your family while you still have the chance. I don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. Alright, and I remember finding a shield earlier, if my memory serves me right. It was over in my house. Huh, that's weird. The shield is missing. Epic backflip. Link. Is this what you're looking for? Take it with you. You got the hero's shield. This is the legendary shield used that to be used by the hero himself. Hold R to defend yourself. You could also hold R to defend while L targeting. Alright, I'm gonna deactivate and reactivate the capture card to fix the delay. I hate having to do that, but if someone in the chat can tell me how to fix the delay, then that would be great. What kind of monster would take such a sweet young child? You'd be surprised, that happens all the time nowadays. Well, let's go over to that Forsaken Fortress and try to save her. Well, that's a decrepit old shield. Are you sure you can still use that thing? Are you going to get splinters and cry? Well, whatever. If you're ready, then let's go. Are you ready? Yes, ma'am, I am ready. Alright. Good luck, Link. Good luck finding Arrow. Take care of yourself. I played the Echo S mod of Final Fantasy VII off camera, and that got me thinking. A lot of these 90s to early 2000s games would be so much better if they had voice acting. How much longer is this going to go on? Do you think? Do you have an estimate? Like, cause you couldn't tell me that Tetra has the sassiest accent ever. Come on, how long is this gonna take? Like, that is definitely what she would sound like. Are you sure? You shouldn't just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. I can tell you we're just going to get more sentimental from here on out. There's still time, you know. Are you sure we shouldn't just turn around to take you back to your island? Oh, I'm sure. I'm not going back there without my sister. So, what we have to do is go through here. Alright, this is where it gets hard. So, I'm gonna take a sip of dubby, or doobie, as my mom calls it. Parents, am I right? Gotta fake it because I'm getting close to the bottom, and if I don't, there's this bitter part, and it doesn't taste that good. Oh, now, ahoy there, Swabby. As of date, I am your superior, Nico. Now, I promise I'll go easy on you, so you do as I say, okay? Right, now, first off, you have to take the test all new pirates have to take. It's a bit of a doozy, so get ready. You watch everything I'm about to show you real careful, like, so you can cram it into your no doubt mushy, swabby brain. Alright, won't be watching chat for a bit. Instead, I'll have to lock in. First up, you gotta press this switch. This is the only easy part. Just walk up to it and tilt the joystick up to step on it. Presto, switch pressed. Now check it out. After the platforms rise up from the floor, you gotta jump up on them. It is a lot harder than it looks, I swear. Okay, so I was able to jump to this first one myself. But the next one is too far, right? That's when you gotta do this. If you jump right at the rope, you can grab onto it and use the joystick to swing. Swing until you get close enough to the next platform, and then press A to let go and jump to it. So, do you think you can get how to do it? You have to swing from platform to platform and try to get to the entrance of that room over there. Here's the problem though, Swabby. The platforms only stay raised for a little while, so if you don't get there by the time they drop, you'll have to start all over. That is one of the hard parts. Hold on. It will probably take you at least 1 year before you're good enough to make it all the way here. One rough year, one tough year full of bumps and bruises. Of course, if you manage to do it faster, I'll reward you. Now, give it a try. This ought to be a good for a chuckle or two. We're gonna walk in here, chat. Ah, dang it. See, this is what I mean. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this to reset it. See, this is where it gets hard. Now, chat, don't leave me. I promise I'm going to get here eventually. Contrary to what Nico said, I will not be taking a whole year. Now, so the trick is, right at the middle of it, that's when you do it. What? You did it already? I, I'm proud to have you as my underling. I wonder if it's okay to just give that to him. I don't see why not. I doubt I'll get busted. Alright, Swabby. I'll tell you what, you can have the treasure in that chest. Over there. It's your reward from the great and generous Nico. Hurry and take it before someone comes. You got the spoils bag. You can keep the items you get from enemies in this handy pouch. Press Y, Z, or X again to set and use one of its contents. Hey Link, we've reached the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry up and get up here. Alright, just show you how good of an understanding I have of this section. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I thought I could redo the whole thing backwards. See, one time, I have a modded Wii U and I installed Wind Waker HD on it. So one time, just to flex on my brother, I did that whole section the way it's intended and backwards. Hey Link, hurry up here. And after watching that, oh, he was pissed. He's like, how the hell did you do that? I'm like, brother, you just have skill issues. What were you doing with Nico? Don't tell me you were playing some stupid game for treasure, were you? Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. Well, whatever. There's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That cursed isle is known as the Forsaken Fortress. There are all sorts of strange rumors about this place. What I do know is that long ago it used to be the hideout of a no good group of pirates we used to compete with, but they were just small time. Now the place looks like it's pretty dangerous. See, again, I said this game has a lot of references to Ocarina of Time, and what she's referencing right now is the Gerudo. Ah, I knew it. Look, over there, by that window. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? I'll bet you anything that's the place where they got your sister locked up. Yeah, probably, but it looks like this whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we get anywhere near landing there. What do we do now? Oh, no, you don't. You fucking bitch. Look, don't struggle. If you really want to get into a dangerous place like that, this is the only way to do it. Trust me. We pirates do this all the time. Don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake. That's what they all say. Is everybody ready? Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're going to launch you good. Sure you will. Three, two, one. Fire! My sword! So, this is the part that makes the Forsaken Fortress kind of hard. It's the fact that they take your sword away. So, instead of just killing the enemies normally, you have to sneak around. And when you get to those lights, what you have to do is take a weapon from the enemies. Your sword landed all the way up there? Shoot, I'm sorry. I apologize. I guess my aim was off by a little bit. Heh, that look on your face, priceless. Heh, I slipped this stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. I can see what you're doing through this stone, and obviously you can hear me through it. So, if you see A glowing, you better press that button. I put the stone in your quest status screen. Press start, use L or R to scroll around. It's pretty basic. Okay, but listen carefully. I need this back after you save your sister, so don't go losing it. You understand? You know what's funny? This section here foreshadowed Twin Snakes being on the GameCube. Or I think it did. Which game came first? Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes or Wind Waker? Yeah, I actually do have a playthrough of the original Metal Gear Solid on my YouTube channel. So I highly recommend you guys go check that out. Shit! No, 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 no. Well, this is gonna be fun. So over here is a item that will help us later throughout the game. So these are heart pieces, and for every four of them, we get one heart added to our health meter. As you can see, as of right now, we only have four, or not four, we only have three of them. We need to get three more of those heart pieces. Alright, we need to wait for that guy to move, and then we're going to hide in the barrel. Hold up, let's see if... No, we can't just... Over there. So we're hiding in here like Snake with the cardboard box. Who here has played Metal Gear Solid? Yeah, I would totally recommend it. It's got lots of replay value. It has a really good story to it. It's one of my favorite games of this era. 1998 was absolutely loaded with banger games. Like, you had Metal Gear Solid, you had Ocarina of Time. What are some other games that came out in 98? Alright, so we need to wait for this guy to move. Once he's unable to see us, that'll be our cue to go away. To there. Alright, so those little guys, they are going to be a big challenge to us. Because get this, they can do what most enemies would normally be unable to do, and that is climb ladders. Because usually, in most of the games like this, you'd want to take the high ground to be able to hide from enemies. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Any Star Wars fans in here got that reference? If so, which one of the movies would you say is your favorite? And yes, in this stream, we're going to act like the sequel trilogy never happened. Listen up, Link. There's a monster running the searchlight up there. If you can slay the monster, then just maybe it'll shut the searchlight down. Oh, but you're unarmed, aren't you? All you have is a shield. If I were you, I'd try to use my shield to deflect the monster's blows and see if I can make it drop its weapon. If you do that, you could pick up its weapon with A. But that's just me. What'll you do? You say that like that's not the only option. I'm way too used to Ocarina of Time making me press A to climb a ladder. So what we need to do is take out all the monsters. Like, for example, that one over there. Alright, let's try it. Tetra, it's not working. Alright, I understand it now. Dang it, I accidentally dodged that attack. Alright, where'd it go? Where did it go? Now, I really wish this was like Breath of the Wild, where I could just take weapons anywhere. Honestly, it's games like this that led to that entry in the series. I'll admit it's not that good of a Zelda game, but I can see where it takes its inspiration from. Because to me, Breath of the Wild is just purely fan service. It's like you'd have to be a true Zelda fan to get all the references in it. It's like all the locations are from previous games, but sadly, one complaint I will make is that they don't commit to it being in a singular timeline because the game came out after the Hyrule Historia drop, so they could have at least tried to fit it in somewhere. Because like before that game came out, they were very good at being committed to a singular timeline. Or I wouldn't say a singular timeline because, you know, it aren't the Blitz three ways thanks to Ocarina of Time. You know, because as the three endings, there's the child timeline, the adult timeline, which I believe this game is in. Uh, Someone in chat will have to tell me. Is it Twilight Princess or Majora's Mask that takes place, or not Twilight, or not Majora's Mask? Is it Twilight Princess or Wind Waker that takes place after the hero is victorious? Dang it! I dropped my weapon. Look at me! I got distracted talking about Zelda lore. Yeah, I'd say I needed that. So now that one is fully uncovered. We need to do is since the tower itself is uncovered, we can start making our way up there. Because we've shut off the searchlight for it. It has been a hot minute since I've played this game. Like, not beating it, but rather playing any amount of it at all. Okay, that was close. Because one thing I don't like about that thing there is the way it turns. Because it'll switch up on you at any time. It's moments like this I wish I had save states. Alright, I need to find a barrel. And let's go. I just got through the hard part of Forsaken Fortress without getting caught. No. Okay, there's one more guard I have to get past. I think that's the last one I have to get by. I'm not too sure, yo. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a while. So, like, my memory's a bit foggy. So, my advice for this section would be wait until he is not facing you. Because I forget how the enemy logic works in these games. Here's an interesting fact. They only put you in your sword. So the game checks your inventory before you meet up with those enemies again. Okay, we're dealing with a delay again, so I'm going to have to deactivate and then reactivate it. So here's a nice little reference for my Metal Gear Solid fans. I know not everything is a reference to another piece of media, but I'm just saying it's similar to that. No, it did not invent features from stealth games, but it is it laid the groundwork for many other titles in the genre, and we will appreciate it for that. Their sword. Okay, so maybe turning off the green screen effect from my camera must have fixed it. So the reason I had it on was because I had recently bought one because my mom was complaining about me filming dance videos in our messy house. Then I'll go buy yourself a green screen. But I gave in and bought one because I realized that I could use it for much more than just that. Wait, let me sit. Oh, that's right, I'm out. So just like that, we have successfully beaten the Forsaken Fortress without getting caught. It is very possible, just difficult. If you've played games like Metal Gear Solid or like any sort of stealth game, then you'd be good enough to beat that section without even trying. But as for a beginning gamer, it is pretty difficult. Oh crap, I did not realize I was in an ad break right now. But, the thing about the way I have it set up is I've made it to where the ad breaks are much shorter, meaning they won't miss as much, so I could give a better recap of the events of the break. So there we will meet our new companion, the King of Red Lions. And not only is that our companion, but also our way around the map. Because the thing about Wind Waker is that it's a game about sailing the Great Sea. We'll just have to get a link to obviously what better companion to have than a talking boat. Am I right? Well, have you come to your senses yet? You're surprisingly dull witted. Did I startle you? I suppose that is only natural. As wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon it who can speak the words of men. I am the King of Red Lions. Do not fear, I am not your enemy. Link, I have been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything, but such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. His name is Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods attempted to cover the land in darkness, and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. See, there it is again, another Ocarina of Time reference. As I said earlier, the game references that one a lot. Because it is meant to be a direct sequel in the adult timeline, while Majora's Mask was a sequel covering the child timeline. So he's referred to the very end where Ganondorf is sealed in the Master Sword. Or not the Master Sword, with the Triforce. He's the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm, the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? Yes. And will you do anything to save her? Mm-hmm. I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where we must go. And advise us on where we must go. He does a lot. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. Are you calling me weak? The keys, the key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? Yes, in that case we depart to the great sea. But I am getting ahead of myself. It is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gates of Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I'm sorry to ask this for you, of you, but without a sail, I will be useless to you. I know what must be done. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. While the sale must come first, do not feel limited to buying only it. Once you have it, feel free to stock up on anything else you think you may need. But remember, there is no time to play. Come back immediately as soon as your errands are done. Alright, so this will be the end of tonight's stream. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, whenever I decide to stream next, we will go on to the first dungeon, which is in Dragon Roost Island, I believe. So thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your night. And I have broken YouTube records tonight with a maximum of 11 viewers. Thank you all so much. Remember to use code YEETMAN on w.gg. The code is over there. I don't know if you guys can see where I'm pointing. But yeah, right there. So anyways, thank y'all for watching. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you next time.